Hi guys, welcome back to the Market Monitor. Let's start by discussing exactly what's going on in the small cap index today and what's going on in the rest of the market, because today was a very volatile day, very confusing day. So let's understand what's happened. Alright, so as you can see, today the market has made something very funny. What happened? The market started with a gap up opening. Let's open the 15-minute chart right here. You open with a gap up, right? I think the market opened above these base highs. Ideally, what should have happened? Right off of the opening, the market should have gone up. Instead, the market has decided to squat right back down, and now this is not promising. Nothing has gone bad yet. It's not the issue that the market has now completely gone away or that now we're in a red zone. We're still in a yellow zone, but slowly the thrust of the market is going away, and that is something that I'm not liking. Maybe tomorrow we can see a big up move already, and because the CNX SC is still above its 10-day, which is very good. So the market is not bad yet, but the thrust in the market is missing from the past few days, and I've been noticing that, and I think I tweeted about that as well. The thrust of the market is missing. So hopefully the thrust comes back soon, because till the time the thrust doesn't come in the stocks, till the time breakouts don't happen the way that they were in the first 2 weeks of June or that they were in 2023, 2024, right? Till the time that doesn't happen, for us as swing traders, it's going to be difficult to make money. Apart from that, the small cap index has also now closed below its base high yet again. On this day, a close of 19,135 below the base high, 19,140 below the base high, and today 19,117 still below the base high. The base high being 19,153. So till the time we don't get a close below above the base high, we're not going to be very bullish on the markets. It's not that good, and that has been seen in our holdings as well. So let's go to the holdings. As you all know, I've had QPOWER. QPOWER today had a good breakout of 8.5%. It was up 11% at a point of time, but somewhere around this range itself, I booked 1/3 profits. Reason being, stock is a little extended, 100% move. So I don't know if this is distributive signs. I can show you all exactly where I did exit. I exited around here, right here. Yeah, I've marked it as well. I exited on the break of the 10-day moving average because I did not like this volume selling, even though I don't usually exit on the 5-minute time frame. Today I decided to. The reason being, small cap index squatting again, thrust and breakouts not there at all, no sectoral action, lack of setups. Everything was not lining up the way it should, and I did not appreciate that. Hence, I decided, okay, I've gotten a 10% move out of nowhere. I think one of the only stocks that has moved so much, right? So it's okay. I'm just going to take 1/3 of my profits and then leave the rest to the market. Now I'm trailing with my cost. I have absolutely no problems. Risk-free trade, no worries at all. This was QPOWER, good breakout, riding the rest. Picture perfect volume accumulation on display yet again. Today a bang of 435 crores, which is insane, but that is exactly what happened. Next, let's talk about Anand Rathi. The reason I entered this trade was very simple. This was an episodic pivot. What is an episodic pivot? An episodic pivot is a gap up on any catalyst. This was an episodic pivot on earnings, which is amazing. Let's have a look. So we see that the volumes are pretty much dry for quite some time, right? And out of nowhere, we've seen this buying of 378 crores on a gap up on earnings. The next day, a buying of 1038 crores, right? The next day, a buying of 180 crores, a selling rather. The next day, 140 crores. We've gone from 1,000 crores to 140 crores, picture perfect institutional accumulation, 2 inside days back to back. Today, the stock breaks out a small SL from using the 10-day. So, oops, sorry. So using the 10-day, the SL is just what, 3%? So a small SL. Using the 5-day, my bad. Stock breaks out, I make my position. The stock is currently up what? Nothing, 1-2%, so nothing major. But the idea here is simple. I'm just going to ride this with the 5-day moving average. Hopefully tomorrow the 5-day moving average should catch up to my cost. So then there should be absolutely no worries, risk-free trade. Until then, I think this would probably be maybe a 0.05 or 0.1% risk on total equity. So that's the reason why I entered Anand Rathi. Another reason, the financial stocks were doing well. Edelweiss yesterday was up 6%, JM Financial. We discussed all of these names, right? So I don't think we need to go about this again. But that's the reason I entered Anand Rathi Wealth. Perfect. I also entered Wockhardt Pharma today. Now, this is a 15% position size for me. It's the same logic. I explained it yesterday. You went on an up move, made your VCP, big volume here. You're making the flag now. The thought process here, however, on this high, I entered my position at a high of 19. Where is it? Yeah, 1854. But I got slippage, so my entry is at 1862. Now, from my entry price, this stock is currently down 2.2%, right? 2.3%. Ideally, what I want the stock to do, open up tomorrow with the gap, open around the 1835 range, and directly just take out these highs, because now we're at the same levels. 1868, 1868, 1867, 1867 and 1863 today. So we're ready. This is the major resistance. You break out from here, we see a good breakout, and I'm good in the position. Else I might have to exit the stock tomorrow. Let's see what happens. But this is again picture perfect institutional accumulation. I explained this yesterday. 555 crores, 363 crores, and then you're now even below the, you're below the 50-day trending as well on the volume. So you're what? Yesterday 85 crores, today 105 crores. So below average volume on down days. Tomorrow open with a gap, take out these levels. Maybe we can look at another add-on, but I don't think so. 15% in such a market is a big enough position. So hopefully tomorrow with the small cap index doing well, even Walcott Pharma can. Else another inside day, then I will definitely add another position if it breaks these levels after an inside day tomorrow. Let's see how the market reacts. Those are all of the holdings. If we look at some other setups, I don't think there are any setups in the market right now. I've not scanned yet, but I don't think there will be. DCM Shriram earnings soon, nothing to do. Outside day, nothing to do. Cupid is looking good, definitely. Centum Electronics, decent. Raymond, not yet. KPR Mill, very good setup. My only thing is that this reminds me of Paras for some reason, right? So I don't know how good it will be, but let's see how it works out. In this market, I don't think I'm really keen on trying. Tomorrow, I'll probably just be managing my open positions. But yeah, ABDL is looking like a good setup. Tilaknagar Industries and ABDL, if they form together, then maybe can be looked at. Apart from that, oh, Sagility, nope. Uh, yeah, apart from that, there's no real action. Prostam making its flag. Let's see what happens here. Today, Blue Spring that was up yesterday, I think 17% full reversal, like a 7% reversal. So big volatility. JP Power, look at this. The day 15% up, then lower circuit, and then this is just continued falling. There was another name, JP Power, Isaac. Yeah, another outside day today. There was a lot of roar about Sambhav Steel also on Twitter. A lot of people, but again, till the time there are no inside days, it's tough for any stock to really hold, the way that it should. Oh, price are here. Yeah, yeah. So till the time the inside days are not there, it's tough. Like this stock should not have moved on Wednesday yesterday, but it did nonetheless. So apart from that, that's exactly how the market is looking. There are no really no good setups. Star, for example, nothing here. Aarti Pharma, nothing here. Walcott Pharma is looking good for tomorrow, but apart from that, I don't see anything. Shilpa Medicare, decent. It's in the 5% circuit, so there's absolutely no volume. Force Motors, nope. SML Suzu broke out. Lumax Tech broke out. AIIL, too much volatility. Anand Rathi we already own. 63 Moons today opens with a gap. It should have waited inside. Look, you open with a gap. Retailers are excited. Open with a gap. Institutions don't get how much they want. They sell every single thing. That's exactly what happens again and again. So whenever stock opens with a gap, don't chase it. It's not worth it. At least I do not chase it. Okay, yeah. So this had a breakout today. Let's see how this performs. But again, all depends on how the general market will shape up. Religare, decent flag, but it's a reversal flag. I will look to enter it after it moves from here and makes a secondary flag, but because I don't tend to buy those beaten down flags, that's just not what I trade. Saxoft looking decent again, but nothing crazy. Yeah, so oh yeah, today Vari and Transrail. Let's see how Transrail did today. Okay, decent. It's made an inside day. This is good action. However, now suddenly the chart is just not making sense to me. Even on bars, it's looking a bit like too much. Breakout and then pause again. Let's see what happens. Ideally, it should pause one more day, but I doubt it, but I will not be looking to re-enter the stock. Most likely I will not. Tarrell broke out today as well, but full squat. So all in all, that is the situation of the market. There's actually nothing to do right now in the stock in as a swing trader. Not really anything crazy to do. The markets are quite dead. There's no thrust in the market, and without a thrust in the market, it's tough for us to really make any positions, and tough for us to make positions which become risk free. That is the main thing that we're trying to do as swing traders. We're trying to make positions that are risk free, right? Because the moment a position is risk free, that gives us the ability to then move on to another position and then to make our risk even big, right? To take a bigger position size with the same amount of risk on equity. So right now it's not a swing traders market. It's a very dead market, very dull market. So let's wait. I think, as I've said, in my opinion, till the time these levels are not taken out on a closing basis, very important. I don't see any genuine action in the small cap index, and in that sense in the general market as well. However, at the same time, market is always supreme, can always prove us wrong, but that's what my expectation is from the market. Let's see how the market behaves tomorrow. If you want to open with a gap, right, take out all of these levels with a gap tomorrow, I'm more than happy because I have quite a few positions. If not, absolutely no worries. We'll look at the market when it does that. But the 10-day level is very important now. If we get a close below the 10-day level, then it's not good signs. And because the general market, as we've discussed, is always very important, right? We are near very key supply levels, as we can see over here, very key supply levels. So let's see how the market behaves. It's good. The more the market pauses here, it will trouble us for the short term, but after that we can have a very stellar 2025 2026 here. So let's see where the market takes us. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me on the Market Monitor, and thank you so much for the love shown on YouTube recently, on Twitter as well. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.